Welcome to EPG Pathshala. Today I am going to discuss about climatic classification under the paper atmospheric processes. After learning this module, you shall be able to know about the systematic way of defining climate of the region, types of climate classification, Köppen and Thornthwaite climate classification, and agroclimatic zones of India. Let's start with introduction. Climatic classification is a formalization of systems that recognize, clarify and simplify climatic similarities and difference between geographic areas in order to enhance the scientific understanding of climates. Such scheme generally divided Earth into latitudinal zone based upon the latitudes and on the length of day. Earliest non-climatic classifications are those of classical Greek times, but the modern climate classification has its origin in the mid-19th century. Earliest climatic classification rely on the latitudes, which includes equator, the tropics of Cancer and Capricorn, the Arctic and Antarctic circles, and the length of day, whereas modern climate classification is based on temperature and precipitation over Earth's surfaces. Schemes of climatic classification. There are different schemes of climatic classification that are broadly differentiated as either empiric or genetic methods. Empirical methods are those which are largely descriptive of climate, make use of observed environmental data which includes temperature, humidity and precipitation or simple quantities derived from them, whereas genetic methods are explanatory, classify climate on the basis of its causal elements, the activity and the characteristics of all factors such as circulation system, fronts, jet stream, solar radiation, topography, etc. that give rise to the spatial and temporal pattern of climate data. Now start with classic and most widely accepted theories. Theories of climatic classification schemes such as Köppen classification, Thornthwaite rational classification. Now we will start with Köppen classification. It's the most popular empirical classification system given by Valdemar Köppen in 1900 and several revised versions thereafter. Köppen's scheme used certain critical values of temperature of the warmest and the coldest months and of rainfall of the wettest and driest months. These climate divisions generally coincide with vegetational divisions. Köppen in 1936 divided the world climate into following 5 principal groups. Group A, tropical rain climate, B, dry climate, C, humid mesothermal and warm temperate rainy, humid microthermal or cold forest climates. In last one is a polar climates and highlands climate. Now we will discuss these groups and their subgroups briefly in the upcoming slides. Let's start with the first group, that is tropical rainy climate, which is divided in different subgroups. Its first subgroup is tropical rainforest. Warm temperature throughout with mean value exceeding 27 degrees Celsius, abundant rainfall, average is 250 centimeter, prevails over Amazon basin, Zaire basin and Southeast Asia. Tropical savanna, whereas mean annual temperature is 23 degrees Celsius, wet summers due to convectional rainfall and dry winter with annual rainfall that is 160 centimeters. Floods and droughts are common in this area, prevails over Sudan, Weld Plateau and the tropical grasslands of Australia. Third one is monsoon type, seasonal reversal of winds associated with alternate periods of rainfall and drought with a short dry season. This climate is experienced over the Pacific coast of Colombia, Guinea coast of West Africa, Southeast Africa, South and Southeast Asia and Northern Australia. Type 4, dry summer, which is a rare climatic type prevailing over same rain shadows areas along eastern coast of southern India in Tamil Nadu and Orissa that remain dry during summer monsoon and receive winter rainfall from pre-treaty monsoon. And second group under Köppen climate is dry climates, where potential evaporation exceeds precipitation and constant water deficiency is experienced. It includes the type desert climate, that is the subtropical high pressure region, which mean annual temperature is 38 degrees Celsius and scanty and erratic rainfall. This climate is experienced over southwest USA, North Africa, Sahara, West Asia, Thar Desert and Central Australia. And second is mid-latitude desert. These climatic conditions prevail over Taklamakan, China and Gobi Desert, Mongolia, and are similar to the low latitude desert conditions. Third one is a semi-arid and steppe. In this, annual temperature is around 21 degrees centigrade and rainfall is 30 centimeter. These climatic conditions prevail over in deep interior of land masses such as Eurasia and North America. Third group is humid mesothermal, warm temperate, rainy mild winters. Mean temperature of the coldest month is below 18 degrees Celsius but above minus 3 degrees Celsius, and that of the warmest month is above 10 degrees Celsius. Its subtypes are humid subtropical or China type climate, hot and humid summer and mild winters with average annual temperature is 20 degrees Celsius and well distributed rainfall, that is 100 centimeter. Hurricanes and typhoons are common in this area. Prevails within 25 degree to 45 degree altitude on east coast in both hemispheres, that is for example southeast USA, southern Brazil, Uruguay, Argentina and southeastern Africa, eastern coastal belt of Australia, eastern China and Japan. Second one is a marine west European climate is characterized by onshore oceanic influence, short cool summers, mild winters with average annual temperature around 10 degrees Celsius and rainfall is 140 centimeter. Weather is variable and unpredictable, prevails between 45 degree latitude and 65 latitude on west coast in both hemispheres. For example, Western Europe, narrow coastal belt in North and South America, southeastern Australia and New Zealand. Mediterranean climate, warm and dry summer, mean temperature 20 degree to 27 degrees Celsius due to subtropical high pressure conditions, mild winter, temperature is in the range of 4 to 10 degrees Celsius with rainfall from low pressure cyclones, annual rainfall 40 centimeter to 60 centimeter, prevails within 25 and 45 degree latitude on west coast in both hemispheres, both over central California, central Kyle, Mediterranean region, southern South Africa, southeastern and southwestern Australia. And now fourth group is humid microthermal or a cold forest climate. Severe winters, temperature of the coldest month is below minus 3 degrees Celsius and the warmest month above 10 degrees Celsius. Its subgroups are, first is cool east coast climate, hot and humid summer, mean temperature is 25 degrees Celsius, influenced by tropical maritime air masses, cold winter, mean temperature is minus 4 to 0 degrees Celsius. Variable precipitation, conventional rainfall during summer and snowfall in winter. Prevails between 45 and 65 degree latitude on east coast over northeastern USA, Korea, Japan, northern China. Second is taiga climate, have a short summer, temperature between 10 and 15 degrees Celsius, long and cold winters and low precipitation as influenced by continental polar air masses. Prevails over the belts from Alaska to Newfoundland and from Norway to Kamchatka Peninsula sub-Arctic region. Taiga actually refer to the softwood coniferous forest cover. Third is a continental type climate, short and cool summer, temperature 10 to 21 degrees Celsius, long and cold winters, temperature below 0 degrees Celsius, and variable rainfall mostly during summers and snowfall during winters prevail in deep interiors of the continent between taiga and mid-latitude deserts over Poland and the Baltic states, Russian plains, northern states of USA and the southern states of Canada. Now, fifth group is polar climates. Temperature of the warmest month is below 10 degrees Celsius. There is a no warm season, tundra climate, experienced over coastal fringe of the Arctic Ocean, short and cool summer, long cold winter and meager precipitation that limit taiga vegetation. Another subgroup is ice cap, areas permanently covered with snow. Average temperature of the warmest month is below 0 degrees Celsius. These conditions occur over the poles and the interior of Greenland. And other one group is highland climates, prevails over the mountainous region of Rocky, Andes, Alps and the Himalayas. Vegetational zoning from foothill upward is similar to latitudinal changes. High insulation, low temperature, low pressure, high precipitation and larger diurnal ranges at higher altitudes. Now, we will discuss some significant aspects of Köppen classifications are Köppen classification uses measurable and visible physical elements like temperature and precipitation and their combined interaction with vegetation as the basis of classification. Köppen scheme use letter symbols to denote various characteristics which is practical and convenient, but on the contrary, it ignores other factors such as cloudiness, wind, rainfall intensity, currents and above all the air masses which form the basis of modern climatology. It is also difficult to explain the existence of different vegetation types within the same climatic division and similar vegetation types in different climatic divisions. As we studied that the Köppen classification system have some limitation, but the major one is the lack of rational basis for selecting temperature and precipitation value for different climatic zones. So, Thornweight is 1948 improved the same by introducing water balance concept in his classification scheme. Thornweight compared the potential evapotranspiration with precipitation and computed moisture index. Water surplus means seasonal addition to subsoil moisture that is being used by the crop at a reduced rate of transpiration during defect period. Thus, the climate of the place is defined on the basis of potential evapotranspiration, seasonal variation of effective moisture, and third one is a average annual thermal efficiency. According to Thornweight classification scheme, humidity index denoted by IH is equal to 100 multiply S upon N and aridity index IA is given by is equal to 100 multiplied by D upon N, where S is a monthly water surplus calculated as the sum of monthly difference between precipitation and potential evapotranspiration. When precipitation is greater than evapotranspiration, D is equal to monthly water defect calculated as a sum of monthly values of potentially evapotranspiration for those months when precipitation is less than evapotranspiration, and N is equal to water need. Thornweight assumed that a surplus of 6 inch of water will counteract a defect of 10 inch and thus gave higher weightage to humidity index. Thus, moisture index is represented as IM, that is equal to humidity index IH, that is 0.6 multiplied by aridity index. Thus, moisture index is given by 100 S minus 60 D upon N. Here is the table 1 showing climate types and moisture index in Thornweight classification. According to this table, Thornweight has considered moisture index above 0 as a moist climate, which includes A, B4, B3, B2, B1 and C2, and moisture index below 0 as dry climates, which include C1, D and E. He has given subdivision to express the extent of dry period under moist climate and extent of moist period under dry climates. The next table is showing the subdivisions of moist and dry climates in Thornthwaite classification. Thornthwaite considered potential evaporation as a thermal efficiency, that is T minus E index, and used it as a thermal limit in his climatic classification scheme. The next one is thermal limit in climate according to the Thornthwaite classification. Next is thermal limit in climate according to Thornthwaite classification. Boundaries were taken in a arithmetic progression of T minus E index with the common difference of 14 centimeter. On the basis of above discussion, let us compare the Coffin's and Thornthwaite scheme. Both the methods have some similarities as both the schemes are based on empirical investigation. Both have used temperature and rainfall as a basic atmospheric elements controlling climate. But on the contrary, there are differences too, as Köppen had considered vegetation to be direct indicator of the totality of climate. Thornthwaite has given indirect recognition to the vegetational aspects through the concept of evapotranspiration, which include transfer of water from plants to atmosphere. Köppen considered the absolute values of critical climatic determinants, temperature and rainfall as recorded at different places. Thornthwaite, on the other hand, considered them through thermal efficiency and precipitation effectiveness calculated by using evapotranspiration and moisture indices. Out of the both classification system, Thornthwaite scheme is more widely used in applied climatology. The vast expanse of India across the latitude and longitude, the presence of large mountain range, long rivers and the wide range of soil types have led to diverse climatic conditions. Monsoon also plays a very significant role in modeling the seasonality, considering the deep association of natural vegetation as well as agriculture and other economic activities and livelihood in general with the climate. It is important to characterize the climate at regional scale by adopting some rational basis for the identification and judicious exploration of potential natural resources. The climatic classification of India used Köppen approach and Thornthwaite approach as well as the agroclimatic classification adopted by National Commission of Agriculture is being discussed in this section. Based upon Köppen methods, India has 8 climatic regions as described in figure 1. Monsoon type with the short dry season, monsoon type with dry season in summer, tropical savanna type, semi-arid steppe climate, hot desert type, monsoon type with dry winters, cold humid winters type with short summer, and the last one is a polar type. As per the Köppen scheme, the monsoon type with short dry season type of climate prevails over the western coast of India south of Goa. The dry climate prevails over 2 parts in India. The interior peninsula, Rajasthan and parts of Haryana have semi-arid steppe climate, while the extreme western Rajasthan experiences hot desert type of climate. The plain of India falls under the warm temperate type of climate with dry winters, cold humid winter type with short summer. Kashmir and the adjoining mountain ranges have a polar type of climates. On the basis of Thornthwaite's method, the climate of India falls under 6 different groups. Those are perhumid group, humid, most subhumid, dry subhumid, semi-arid and the last one is arid. According to the Thornthwaite Climatic Classification Scheme, India have both moist and dry climates. Under moist climate, the per-humid region lies along the west coast of India, south of Goa and some parts of northeastern India. The humid climate prevails all along the coast, adjoining regions of West Coast and northern part of West Bengal. The moist subhumid climate prevails along the Western Ghat and also over Orissa and West Bengal. The Ganga Valley and the northeastern part of central India have a dry subhumid type of climate. The peninsular interior, western Madhya Pradesh, Haryana and Punjab have a semi-arid types of climate. The regions of Saurashtra, Kutch and Rajasthan on the other hand experience an arid climate. Now we will discuss the agroclimatic zonation of India. An agroclimatic zone is a land unit in terms of major climates suitable for certain range of crops and cultivars. The planning aims at scientific management of regional resources to meet the food, fiber, fodder and fuel would without adversely affecting the status of natural resources and environment. Agroclimatic zonation of India has been accomplished by different institutions such as Indian Council of Agriculture Research, Planning Commission, in National Agriculture Research Project under ICAR, National Bureau of Soil Survey and Land Use Planning, Agroecological Region by the NBB, NBSS, LUP. Now we will summarize the module as climatic classification is an effort to recognize climatic similarities and differences between geographic area in order to enhance the scientific understanding of climates. The earliest known climatic classification were those of classical Greek times which divided the earth into latitudinal zones. The most popular empirical classification of modern times are that of Köppen and Thornthwaite. As per Köppen-Thornthwaite scheme, India has 8 and 6 climatic zones respectively. Agroclimatic zones are based on similarities of soil type, climate as well as the distribution of crops and natural vegetation. India has been divided into 5 major agroclimatic regions by Planning Commission. Thank you.